Manchester United are closing in on a deal to sign Carlos Baleba from Brighton, with the two clubs now in advanced negotiations. United have submitted an initial bid worth £60 million plus £5 million in add-ons for the 22-year-old midfielder. If completed, this transfer would make Bleba United's third midfield signing of the summer, continuing what the club has described as a rebuild of its engine room. Michael Carrick addressed the club's transfer business during a press conference ahead of United's Premier League opener against newly promoted Hull City on Saturday. When asked whether a left-back was an area United could still improve, Carrick said, "I just think we're looking to strengthen the squad. We're certainly working towards that, making the most of the situation that we have and trying to improve things and trying to move forward." He added, "I said the same thing to you last time, so yeah, certainly trying to make the most of the opportunities to finish the window stronger than we went into it, and I think we're a good way to doing that so far." Even if United finalized the Baleba deal before the registration deadline, he will not be available immediately due to injury. This approach marks a clear departure from how United previously conducted major transfer business. In the summer of 2022, United's pursuit of Frankie de Jong became a prolonged and public saga. Former CEO Richard Arnold and former sporting director John Murtaugh were spotted in Barcelona in mid-July 2022, before reaching an agreement in principle for de Jong, but the deal collapsed due to the player's reluctance to join. According to BBC Sport, United's recruitment staff had been informed that signing de Jong was not possible, yet then-manager Erik ten Hag remained convinced it could be done, extending the process for close to 2 months. De Jong's stance never changed, and after United lost their opening 2 matches of that season, the club pivoted and paid £70 million to sign a 30-year-old Casemiro on a 4-year contract. This summer's dealings, the Andre Santos move from Chelsea, the triggering of Yuri Tielemans' £35 million release clause, and now the fast-moving Baleba pursuit, have unfolded with considerably less public drama. Before wrapping up today's update, if you're finding these transfer breakdowns useful, take a moment to subscribe to Final Whiz. This channel exists to bring you every confirmed detail on Manchester United's transfer business as it happens, without speculation dressed up as fact. Hit the subscribe button, tap like on this video, and drop a comment below telling us who you think United should sign at left back this summer. Your support directly determines how much coverage this channel can produce, and it means more than you might think. Beyond Baleba, Carrick has signaled that a left-back remains a priority for United before the transfer window closes. 2 names have emerged as candidates. The first is Alejandro Balde of Barcelona. According to transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano, United made contact with Jorge Mendes, the agent of Alejandro Balde, to understand the player's situation at Barcelona. Romano explained on his YouTube channel, Manchester United made a call to Jorge Mendes, the agent of Alejandro Balde, to understand the situation of the Spanish left-back at Barcelona. He continued, Barcelona and Balde share a great relationship. Balde is a Barca boy. Balde, in principle, doesn't want to leave Barcelona. Balde would go only if it's Barcelona telling Balde, okay, you can go, we can sell you. But Balde, in principle, wants to stay with Barcelona and continue with Barcelona. Romano added that a larger financial proposal could still change the situation, stating, in case of big proposal, I don't know what can happen for sure. The second left-back target, Lewis Hall of Newcastle United, has already been ruled out. Journalist Sam Cowan reported that Hall is currently in discussions with Newcastle over a new contract, improved terms, and a role within the club's leadership group under new manager Miguel Almiron. Under new manager Matthias Gisel. Newcastle have informed United that Hall is not for sale. Team Talk first reported Newcastle's refusal to sell Hall on August 4th, and Romano confirmed on Thursday that Hall will remain at Newcastle. Romano stated they wanted Lewis Hall, but it was not possible to proceed because Newcastle don't want to sell the player. With the Hall option closed, and Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta confirming that Miles Lewis-Skelly is not leaving Arsenal either, United's options have narrowed. The club has also been linked with Wan-Bissaka, with players at Bayer Leverkusen and other clubs, but according to Romano, Balde remains the more significant target under consideration, even though a deal for him is described as considerably more expensive than alternative options. Turning to squad news ahead of the Hull fixture, Carrick confirmed updates on 4 players carrying fitness concerns. Striker Benjamin Šeško missed the entirety of pre-season due to a shin injury, but returned to full training this week. Carrick said of Šeško, "Ben's back training, so that's again another positive. Looking forward to having him back around the group and getting him some minutes as well." The injury was originally sustained last season and was aggravated during United's win over Liverpool at Old Trafford in May, which kept Šeško out of all 6 of United's pre-season matches. Goalkeeper Karl Darlow, one of United's new signings, has also trained this week and is in contention for selection. Carrick confirmed, "Karl's trained this week. He's back training, so he's in good shape." Defender Matthijs de Ligt has returned to training following back surgery but will not be involved against Hull. Carrick said, "Matt's obviously been out for a long period of time, but he's training and great to have him back. He won't be involved, but he's in good shape and moving in the good direction, so that's a really good bonus for us at this stage to have him back." Midfielder Mason Mount remains a doubt for the weekend after picking up a knock during pre-season. Carrick described his situation as touch and go, adding that Mount could be sidelined for around 10 days. He said, "We are managing Mount a little bit, but he's very close, so it's touch and go for the weekend really. If not, going into next week. He's picked up a little bit of a knock. There's no drama. It's maybe been a week or so, 10 days or whatever it's been, so it's nothing major." Carrick also praised Mount's overall form when asked about his injury history, stating, "Mason is a top player. I think we've seen that so far pre-season. He was one of our best players in the early stages in the games that he played in. I thought he was fantastic." If Mount misses Saturday's match, it will be his 3rd absence of the summer, including 2 pre-season friendlies. Marcus Rashford has also returned to United's first-team environment following a season-long loan at Barcelona, where he recorded 14 goals and 14 assists. Barcelona opted against triggering their £26 million option to sign him permanently, instead completing a £70 million deal with Anthony Gordon. Rashford made his first appearance for United since December 2024 during a pre-season match against AC Milan last weekend, and is expected to be included in the squad for Saturday's opener. Asked whether Rashford had discussed his long-term future at the club, Carrick responded, "It's been pretty obvious since Marcus came back training with Kobe Mainu and Lenny Yoro, pretty much in Dublin, that he's come back fantastically well. He's enjoying his football. He looks fit, he looks sharp, he looks strong, he looks ready to play football, so I've been delighted with him since he's came back." Carrick also confirmed Rashford could play centrally this season, stating, "Of course he can play through the middle. He has. I wouldn't say it's necessarily his number 1 position, but he can do that." Rashford currently has 2 years left on his contract, which pays him £325,000 per week. On the defensive side, United have also entered the race for Bayer Leverkusen centre-back Edmond Tapsoba. The 27-year-old Burkina Faso international has drawn interest from 3 Premier League clubs, United, Tottenham, and Newcastle United. Leverkusen have set a valuation of €50 million, approximately £42.8 million for the defender. Tapsoba signed a contract extension with Leverkusen running until 2031 earlier this year, giving the German club a strong negotiating position, though sources indicate they remain open to a suitable offer. Tapsoba joined Leverkusen from Vitoria Guimarães in 2020 and since made 270 appearances across all competitions, contributing 13 goals. United are understood to be the most advanced of the 3 interested clubs, having already made contact with the players' representatives, though no agreement has yet been reached with Leverkusen. Taken together, United's summer business reflects a markedly different approach compared to previous transfer windows. The Bleba deal is close to completion. The left-back search continues with Balde as the primary but difficult target following Hall's withdrawal. Šeško and Darlow provide selection options for the Hull fixture. Mount's involvement remains uncertain. Rashford appears set for reintegration into the first team, and Tapsoba represents an additional defensive target still in its early stages. United opened their Premier League campaign against Hull City on Saturday, their first meeting with the newly promoted side since 2017. That covers every confirmed detail from Carrington on United's current transfer business and squad situation. If this breakdown gave you the full picture without wasting your time, that's exactly what Final Wiz is built to deliver every single day. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next confirmed update. Leave a like to support the channel, and tell us in the comments whether you think United should push harder for Balde or explore cheaper alternatives. See you in the next video.